What is happening? Luka to the Lakers, AD to the Mavericks. Who won the trade? I have opinions. I already went live on my main channel, Hamilton Hoops. The link is in the description. If you want to see the entire live, my entire live reaction minutes after the trade went down, I all of my live reactions out there. So go watch it if you want to see like my genuine reaction to everything. It was a good live. We went through trades for big guys for the Lakers now since they don't have a big guy anymore. Which team won the trade? I'll cover some of that in this video, but wow, what an insane trade. Casuals only. Let's talk about it. So as we all know, Luka was traded. The Dallas Mavericks have agreed to trade Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris will also go to the Lakers, while Max Christie and a 2029 first-round pick will go to the Mavs. The Jazz will receive Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 second-round pick from the Clippers, and a Mavericks 2025 second-round pick in the trade as well. Absolutely insane stuff. I don't know the last time we saw somebody of this caliber of Luka Doncic get traded for the caliber of somebody like Anthony Davis. It's never happened. This is by far the most insane trade in NBA history. And maybe not even NBA history, in sports history in general. It's 2 a.m. right now and I'm recording this. So here we have the Lakers' entire depth chart. Luka Doncic obviously going to replace Austin Reeves here. Austin Reeves will slide down to the 2, Rui, LeBron, Jackson Hayes. Now that's the biggest problem for the Lakers. They don't have a center. Jackson Hayes, Trey Jamison, Christian Koloko. Do they not have Christian Wood is there, I'm pretty sure. This is a terrible problem for the Lakers. So here's why I think the Lakers made this trade. It's because LeBron James is most likely going to retire next year or the following year after this last contract or this last season is up, when he's not getting paid anymore. At this point, Anthony Davis doesn't play a ton. I'm sure you're just going to bet on him. He's 31, I want to say. Where is it? 31 years old for Anthony Davis. He's 31 years old, has a ton of injury history. Obviously, that is very concerning for you if LeBron James leaves and now you're rebuilding around a 33-year-old Anthony Davis, to where you just traded for a 21-year-old or 25-year-old Luka Doncic. You're now going to be building around a 26, 27-year-old Luka Doncic after LeBron James is now off of your team. That's a much better position to be in if you're looking at the future. And I think the writing was on the wall for the Lakers. I don't think they saw themselves as championship contenders. They did beat the Knicks tonight in a very good fashion. LeBron looked phenomenal with a triple-double and 33 points. But I think the writing was on the wall for the Lakers. They're not better than the Thunder. They're most likely not going to make the NBA Finals. LeBron's getting old. He's most likely going to retire soon. And Anthony Davis isn't a star you can rebuild around, especially when he's 33 and has gone through injury history for so long. So now we look at the Dallas Mavericks side of this. And updated right here is Kyrie Irving. I still think Klay Thompson starts here. And then I think you put PJ Washington at the small forward. That's what I would do. So Kyrie, Klay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. Off of the bench, you're running with Jaden Hardy, Spencer Dinwiddie, Quentin Grimes, Max Christie is there, Dante Exum. You still have Dwight Powell, Derek Lively. He's out maybe until the playoffs, right? Like it could be season ending, but he also could come back for the playoffs. Najee Marshall, I didn't even mention. Like the pieces for the Dallas Mavericks, this is a win now move for Dallas. And this is you pretty much just not trusting in Luka Doncic. A report just came out that Luka Doncic was up to 270 pounds. Dude was up to 270 pounds. This is you betting on your core of Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and surrounding pieces and thinking that you have a good enough chance to win now with those pieces. And this is the Lakers betting on the fact that I have a chance to win with Luka and LeBron. Like obviously their window isn't closed with the two of the best players in the league, but now I'm building around a 26, 27-year-old at the time when LeBron retires, 26, 27-year-old Luka Doncic, which you would much rather build around than a 33-year-old Anthony Davis at that time. I think that's where their head is at now. As a Mavericks fan, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I want Luka Doncic for the future, but if it all plays out exactly how the Mavericks are thinking it's going to play out, that's the reason they traded Luka, then maybe you're not so pissed. You're now competing you're competing with Luka Doncic. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I'm pissed. That's all I can say about that, man. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I am upset with the fact that we just got rid of our cornerstone, our franchise player. We just went to the NBA Finals last year with this exact core. And we added Najee Marshall in replace of Derrick Jones Jr., and that's about it. I don't remember the depth of the bench. But you just went to the NBA Finals. Like, with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving and Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington and Derek Lively. Like, you went to the finals with this core, and then you add Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall. You get rid of Derrick Jones Jr. You're thinking that you're still competing. And then the fact is, after you still have Luka Doncic for so many more years. But then it came out recently that they were going to offer Luka Doncic a $345 million max extension, which, if that's over 5 years, that comes out to about $60 million or $64 million per year. And at that point, you're handicapping yourself to a point where you probably can't sign or do much more around Luka Doncic. With everything that the Mavericks probably knew, especially being concerned with Luka's weight, with Luka's health. He hasn't played in 2 months or whatever it is. You probably know some things that maybe the Lakers don't. It's a move. You're betting on the fact you're betting against Luka Doncic, really. You're betting against Luka having a bright future, staying healthy, monitoring his weight, and you're betting on yourself now and Anthony Davis now, which, I mean, the health isn't the greatest bet for Anthony Davis. And if you're the Lakers, it's a risk you're taking that you didn't see a window open for yourselves, and you're seeing LeBron James in the future retiring within the next couple of years, and you're just going to ride the waves with Luka Doncic, who obviously, out of any guy in the NBA, Luka is a top 5 guy that you're willing to ride the wave out with, right? I mean, Wemby, Giannis, Jokic, Shea, and some of those guys are older. Luka's on the younger side. It's somebody you want to build around in the future. Now, what does this mean for their lineups exactly? Like I said, I think the Dallas Mavericks are pretty much set. I don't know what moves they make outside of maybe they're in a Jimmy Butler contention, but from my stream tonight, we went through a lot of trade options in the stream. We had lots of people just commenting ideas and stuff like that. So like I said, it's in the link below. It's on my main channel, Hamilton Hoops. In the description, you can find that if you want to go see more of that stuff in depth. But I think I brought up the fact that Jimmy Butler is now an option for Dallas. A lot of people were against it. It would take PJ Washington, I think Klay Thompson, and Max Christie or Quentin Grimes. And then you'd have to find a third team suitor that could take on another contract from you guys, or from the Mavericks. And then it would also take I don't know, a lot of moving pieces. I don't think the Mavericks are in line for a Jimmy Butler. I don't know what else they're going to do to build out this roster, although I think their roster is damn near perfect and that's where I would want it to be. As for the Lakers, obviously we talked about the center position now being by far the weakest center position, especially for contending teams. And obviously you're contending if you have LeBron and Luka Doncic. You're a contending team. So for a contending team around the league, this is by far the worst big or center scenario out of all of the teams. But there are options for you. You have options like Clint Capella. You have Jonas Valanciunas. If you have the ability to go get Nick Claxton, you go get Nick Claxton. The Blazers have a ton of centers. Duop Reith, Time Lord, Rob Williams, DeAndre Ayton. They're not trading Klingon, but that's that. Walker Kessler is out there. There's plenty of Nurkic is pretty much free at this point. You just take Nurkic. He's free. I mean, it's not the piece you want, but there are center options out there better than Jackson Hayes, Trey Jemison, and Christian Coloco and Christian Wood. There are better options out there. Just insane. Absolutely insane, man. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I don't even know if I touched everything that I want to touch on for this video. It's also 2:30. I've got to edit. I still have to post this, but there should be more to come. We're going to find out a lot more about this whole situation. It came from nowhere. None of the teams have communicated about this literally until I think tonight. And I think that the Lakers, once Luka Doncic was offered up in a trade, I think the Lakers just smashed accept. That was it. You don't think twice about this. You don't think about the option of getting Luka. You just get Luka. If Luka's there, you get Luka. That's really all it came down to, I think, for the Lakers. And the Mavericks thought about this heavily. They know things that the Lakers don't know. The Lakers are taking a gamble on Luka, and the Mavericks are taking a gamble against Luka. And I think the Mavericks came out the better scenario for now, for present time, to win a future this season and maybe next season. I don't know what the Lakers are going to look like next season. But for this season specifically, the Mavericks came out the winner. For the future, obviously, Luka Doncic. The Lakers win that trade. So that's my initial thoughts. I'm sure I missed things that I would like to say. I'm sure there were things that I wish I would have covered once I stopped this video. And I'll be sure to cover that tomorrow or Monday, whenever more news comes out about this. And I know there's a lot of other larger creators out there making videos like this. So I appreciate all of you who chose to watch my video. I appreciate all of you. Like I said, if you want to see my live reactions, more in-depth reactions, more in-depth trade talks, and all of that kind of stuff, I streamed for an hour tonight talking all of that out. So if you're interested, link is in my description. I appreciate all of you. Casuals only. I'm out. This is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Luka's a Laker, dude. The biggest trade of all time. The biggest trade.